you don't have to spend a ton of money to, for me anyways, to feel confident that I look alright and can go somewhere and like be who I'm gonna be. I learned how to surf at age 8, but I really got into skateboarding in junior high. I was at the skater rail and we all went out and like took our trips out to LA or like Inland Empire or somewhere to just go skate all these crazy spots. A little beach town actually called San Clemente in California. I love photography. I mean, I love taking the time just to focus on one image, and having just one single image means so much. I started with photojournalism, and I still do documentary photography, like on my own. I'll just go out and capture some things. But there's so many photographers out there, and it's hard to distinguish yourself as something different. I like very muted, very subdued colors and themes. That's kind of something that I follow. I mean, just the way that you capture the model too will be so different. I'm not too flashy, but you know, I like to get dressed up slightly. I usually wear some kind of button-up shirt. You know, it's like a Topshop cardigan. This is just fabric that I had left over, and I just really like the colors on it. I mean, usually I like subdued colors, and like there's some muted tones in here. And my dad never wore anything that had an actual label on it. I've kind of fallen into that slightly. Like, I don't like to kind of show off labels, I guess. If I were gonna get a Louis Vuitton briefcase, I'd get the solid black one. I wouldn't get the one with the monogram on it. And then I have these beat-up shoes to like kind of add some contrast, you know, and that way I don't look too stuffy. Whenever I don't have to wear socks, I won't. You know, I think it's an injustice to bow ties to have a clip-on one. They're never gonna really look perfect when you tie it on your own. My mom always had good clothes. You know, she went thrift store shopping all the time back in the day, and you know, she was one of the better dressed kids at her high school. Like, oh, how would you get this? And, you know, she'd go out and do that whole thrifting thing back in the day. So I guess I got some tips from her. I've always been a fan of like Givenchy, and Lanvin always has really beautiful dress. I don't know. For men's stuff too. If I could have just a Lanvin suit for every day of the week, I'd do that, I suppose. But instead, I could, I don't know. I could buy plenty of other things, I guess. I'm doing this series actually of people in their own element that's not the norm. I like to go out and find all these different individuals that have their office space, be it a construction site or a photo studio or a subway or, you know, or a moving truck. And there's all these different ways to make a living, and I wouldn't be happy in an office from 9 to 5, you know? I don't know, I like being outside, I like having control of my own time, you know, my own schedule and whatnot. I guess letting people down is a fear, you know. I mean, I always try my hardest, and I mean, if I'm gonna commit to something, I'll work my ass off and I'll really give it 100%. No matter where I'm at here, I can just find something to admire, I can find something to do, people to interact with, you know? And just the energy level is way different here, you know? Just people have that sense of urgency, but it's not overbearing. I mean, you can set your pace any way you want. I mean, you don't have to be hustling and bustling like everybody, but if you want to, you can, rather than the opposite, where everyone's moving at a very slow pace and you're like getting anxious because you don't want to be. That's one reason. I do have stories that I want to tell through motion, you know? So, I mean, I have some projects that I just want to get out there just so people can kind of understand where I'm coming from, I guess. Because, I mean, there's a lot of ideas out there that I think people should hear out.